Today, me and Seer are cooking a real meat pie.
We have ancient spices, right? What are the ancient spices? Bay leaves, juniper berries. I don't even know what that is.
Here, why don't I go down the list and you just say check?
No, ew, stop.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
I'm not okay.
Potato. Now, I'm gonna tell you something.
Okay.
Potato's not
No
hard.
way you're mansplaining a potato to me right now.
I'm just talking.
Just says prepare the dough, so we do need to figure that out.
I need you to relax because this is all common sensual.
Common sensual.
All right. Use the food processor for dough.
Wait, that's not rustic. Do not cut yourself. Back.
I'm gonna eyeball it. The hell?
I need help.
It's not a person. It's a hot dog. I'll be spreading this motherfucking seed.
Yummy.
This is pretty sick.
Right now, this 100% looks like white people cooking, but that's okay. Hi, YouTube. My name is Peach Shars, and this is my great friend, Seer. Say hi, Seer.
It's an honor to be here.
Wow, thank you, Seer. And in honor of the Renaissance Fair coming up in Austin, Texas, today, me and Seer are cooking a real meat pie. I didn't know they were fake ones, but today we're making a real one. Let's go. Come on, Seer. He's so crazy. I'm so excited. I don't even know what this recipe is because I haven't even looked at it. Seer just told me this morning what we're making. I had no say in this whatsoever. This is all up to Seer.
Oh no, I'm gonna have a panic attack. So this is actually very easy to make.
I love meat.
Question.
Oh, yeah.
What makes this old? What makes this medieval? What makes this different than a normal meat pie?
The recipe says real meat pie, so that's anticipating that there's a fake one out there.
Well, it's not a modern meat pie, right? This is made how they used to make it. It's the same format. Basically, it's a bread crust with kind of everything chunked into it, if that makes sense.
So we're supposed to have a pie dish.
No, you don't need a pie dish. Look at this.
It literally says pie dish.
Nope. So check this out. While the
I have a
filling
pie
is cooking,
dish.
prepare the dough for the pie dish. And so
Oh.
we do have a pie dish. And so I knew she had a pie dish, and that's why everything's gonna be okay.
Not
Now,
only
we're-
that, it's a Pyrex one my mom thrifted for me from Goodwill.
Is this the fake Pyrex that you were talking about?
Fake? How dare you insult my mom's thrifting skills?
You were the one that called her out about fake Pyrex.
No, my mom is the one who knows about fake Pyrex.
Okay, so-
Is that my mom has an eye for what's fake Pyrex and what's real Pyrex.
So what is fake Pyrex and real
I
Pyrex?
don't fucking know. Do you want me to call my mom?
Yeah, I think it's like a green glass thing, isn't it? So if I break this, I should be able to
Call
see green.
Madre. Oh, she's probably at work.
Are you gonna ask her if she was drinking while you were a baby?
Wait, though, I gotta ask her that first. I think I've called her and asked her that like 5 times.
Hello?
Hi, Mom, you're on stream.
Oh, cool.
Did you drink whenever you were pregnant with me?
You've asked me this before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what did I say?
No.
Okay, what do you want?
What's the difference between real Pyrex and fake Pyrex?
The real Pyrex is all uppercase letters, and the new Pyrex is lowercase.
Wait, so that's just new versus old.
Okay.
Right. So when I see old Pyrex, like in an estate sale, I buy it.
Thank you, Mom.
Wow, it's like an episode of Antique Roadshow.
Yeah, we're using the Pyrex you thrifted for me today.
Oh, okay. All
Okay,
right. Y'all
love
have a
you.
good weekend. Love you too. Bye.
Bye. Yay!
So thank you for having a pie dish. This is how they made it back in the day. It's about as straightforward as you want it. You got a picture of the meat pie. I mean, honestly, it looks like prison food. But there's something that's nice and rustic about just chopping things up, cooking it, putting it in a crust, and calling it a f***ing day. So we're not using a normal flour for this crust. I actually had to specifically go to the bougie grocery store, order from the bougie grocery store to get this kind of flour because I couldn't find it at any of the normal
Wait,
grocery
we're making
stores.
a homemade crust today?
Yeah, so emmer or spelt flour. So look at that.
A rich, nutty, ancient
grain flour. This is what they used back in the day. It's like stone ground.
And then we can get a meat pie this weekend at the Ren Fair and we can compare.
There's no way that they like put that much effort into like an authentic medieval.
I'm sure they know more about meat pies than we do. We
Oh
just
yeah, kind of like how they knew about Chinese food.
the shrimp fried rice, which is deplorable, and the chicken stir fry. No.
Nope, she lied.
Okay, that was TRF. This is a different one.
The only modern thing we're really technically going to be using is the oven. Yeah, don't be a skeptic, Redditor. Look, I even got what they used back in the day. I got tallow. Do you even know what tallow is? This is their butter
Beef-
before butter.
Yeah, beef tallow.
You should always wipe your hands on your arms after eating, Tolman.
Yep. So you could use butter. They've had butter forever. I'm just trying to like zhuzh it up a little bit, but I wanted it to be as authentic as possible. So I did get 100% grass-fed Wagyu beef tallow premium cooking oil, just the way they did back in the ancient times.
Sierra, this is so kind of you. You really went above and beyond planning out this dish.
Yeah, and so we have ancient spices, right? What are the ancient spices? Bay leaves, juniper berries. I don't even know what that is.
Wait, what's a juniper berry? Let me see.
Let's crack it open.
They make gin out of this? Wait, I had these in a cocktail one time and I thought they were blueberries. They were not dehydrated blueberries. Don't do that.
These are spices that I've never used before. And then it says when you throw all this shit into a pot, you also throw in just a cinnamon stick. So I kind of like, you're f***ing right. It all makes sense now.
It does make sense. Smell. Juniper, Empress gin.
Oh yeah.
Juniper, Empress gin.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Get it? Like Juniper,
Here.
Juniper.
Dude, we should have dressed up. We should have f***ing dressed up. Do you want to wear my chainmail?
Yeah. So I'm personally excited about this. I don't know if you guys know, but I built a chair from scratch. It's a paragon of philosophy.
Sierra, your chair was actually a big conversation in our group chat.
Well, you know, I leaped on it. I've leaped on it multiple times. Wake sat on it all night. He said it didn't budge at all. I'm personally really excited. I'm building furniture now. I'm sanding furniture. I'm staining furniture. I'm going to Home Depot, spending 3 hours there. I spent 3 hours.
Do you feel like a man? Did you wear your flannel to Home Depot?
Yeah, I did. I just needed a pencil in my ear, honestly. What better to complement being a furniture builder now than building, like cooking a rustic food? You know what I mean? So I'm personally, truly so excited. The only thing I'm concerned about is, aside from that big ass,
Thank you.
she's got a big ass. What I'm really concerned about is making the dough the way it's supposed to be made. And I don't think that this dough is going to be too difficult to make, actually.
Aren't you like the yeast master?
Well, I don't think this is that type of dough. This is like ancient. This is just kind of like mix it and get it going. I don't know how this dough is made. Check this shit out. So, ingredients, let's go through them all.
Here, why don't I go down the list and you just say check?
No, ew, stop.
Ew!
Yeah.
Ew!
Yeah, that's ew as It's giving ew. There's something about like rustic ingredients that like,
Rustic ingredients, these are just ingredients.
I have a kink and it's rustic ingredients.
There's nothing rustic about this.
Yes, this is as rustic as it gets. When you imagine medieval people eating,
Ooh,
boom,
Sierra.
celery.
Wait, do you have garlic powder?
You have garlic powder.
How do you know that?
There's no way you don't have garlic powder.
Do you have garlic cloves?
Garlic cloves? Yep.
Parsley roots?
It's parsley roots or celery. I wanted celery because it has more of a crunch.
Look what I made you do. I made you check off the ingredients without even realizing it.
You sound like you were worried, so I wanted to make sure you were okay.
I'm not okay. You know what's fun about this sea salt chat is like it's so chunky you can just...
Potato. Now, I'm gonna tell you something.
Okay.
Potatoes not
No
part.
way you're mansplaining a potato to me right now.
I'm just talking.
Okay. What's up with the potato?
It's not part of the recipe. I kind of want to put a little potato in there, but it kind of does change the dynamics of the cooking because it absorbs moisture.
Here, if you put a potato in
I don't
that
think I
meat
should do that.
pie, I think you could put a potato in this meat pie.
I think this could fuck everything up.
No, I think you could do this.
No. Listen, please. No, it adds.
kingdom.
No. It adds too much starch. I don't want to with what. I don't want to like with it. You know what I mean?
I like potato.
I like it too, but I don't know how it's gonna cook and if it's gonna break down and it's gonna get all mushy. You know what I mean? Maybe they didn't have potatoes in the medieval times.
The Irish love potatoes.
You know when teachers do this and they go, "I'll wait." I'll wait. No, continue.
My mom was
your
a teacher,
time, not mine.
so that's very triggering.
When the bell rings, it's your time.
Did you have a different recipe for pie crust?
What are you talking about?
It just says prepare the dough.
It's so rustic. I kind of respect a recipe that doesn't over-explain things. It's very rustic.
Can we get a rustic count?
It's like dad telling you how to make some crust.
But there is literally, it just says prepare the dough, so we do need to figure that out.
I need you to relax because this is all common sensual.
Common sensual.
All right. So 1 kilogram, rustic style, 1 kilogram of emmer flour, 6 egg whites.
Kilogram.
1 tablespoon of sea salt, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Use as much water as you need to get firm dough. There we go. Finally, a recipe that says it. No exact measurements, just feel it out. Shut the f up, dogs! That's right, call me the dog killer. Bang, bang. I do palm now so they don't eat my fingers.
That was very dramatic.
Okay, so we're gonna begin the dough making process. Do you like to make dough on your countertop or do you like to make it on a...
Countertop?
You see daddy getting his hands, like look at this, taking off the watch, rolling up the sleeves.
Oh, Sierra's getting crazy today.
Like a surgeon about to surge.
So the only concern is that this is warm because of the dishwasher.
I have no concern.
Let me wipe it down.
Unless you happen to have like a really big cutting board. Yeah, let's give it a, ooh, chemical? Ooh.
Is this not rustic for you?
Ooh,
Add one?
I don't know if
I'm gonna wipe it down. I have butcher's paper.
Butcher's paper? No.
It's here. It's here.
I'm not being rustic right now.
Yeah, it's not very rustic.
Use the food processor for dough.
Wait, that's not rustic.
I know. The dough has to be hard and stiff. You can also use a mixer, but to pay a tribute to ancient bakers, try to do it with your hands. And I really like that they put that in there.
We're rustic today.
So I am concerned that there's just no way that that doesn't leave a something. Oh my God, it does. We have to wipe this.
Sear, that's just more.
No.
They don't have Dawn Platinum Plus Power Wash Dish Spray with apple cinnamon.
You don't f***ing know that.
Because now guess what it's gonna taste like?
You're actually spreading this
Apples.
information.
It's gonna taste like fucking apples.
You're actually spreading this information. Can we get the microscope out and see if there's any sort of potential residue?
Let me get the microscope. Okay, first let me try it. It doesn't taste like anything. Let me see. I'm zooming.
You can see the porousness of it. Is that incredible? Move it. Show them. Yeah, show them. Show them skin texture. Ready? Oh my God. Wait, that's fucking disturbing. Oh, you should get your tattoo. Holy shit.
Get in a different area.
That's hair. That's a hair.
That is a hair.
Chat, that's one singular tiny hair. They're so tiny on your arm.
You know what's so fucked up is I did this on his beard yesterday and he started screaming at me to never do that again.
Well, because you would see the dry skin and stuff.
Yeah, that's just life, Sear.
Oh,
We're
I want to
human
see the
beings.
texture of leather real quick.
We're supposed to be making dough.
Real quick. Holy shit!
Oh, I don't like that.
You can see that it's not much different than ours.
I don't like that. In a deep pot, brown the meat cubes in tallow or butter.
Yep.
Add cut carrot, parsley root, or celery stalks, garlic, bay leaf, juniper berries, cinnamon stick, and sea salt.
Oh.
Stir and add water.
Yeah.
Cover pot for 40 minutes. And then that's whenever we prepare the pie dish. Okay, so what we need to do.
We do the dough while that's cooking.
Yes, so just prep the ingredients right now.
So it wants 2 carrots, right? Wait,
What did you do?
it doesn't matter. Just feel it. That's part of the rustic experience.
No, they still had recipes back then. 2 medium carrots.
These ain't no fucking puffy.
Do you think those are
Pancakes.
large or medium carrots?
They weren't measuring back then. You know, they just cooked it. She's like, oh, put me blimey fucking carrots and potatoes in there.
You know what I want to know? Is what the ye old sex toys were back then. Because I feel like that's how we could tell a small to a large
Microwave
carrot.
banana peel for 15 seconds.
Did you really do that?
I did it once because I saw it on a forum.
What form? Do not cut yourself. Okay, I need to start browning the schmeat. These instructions are very basic, but I guess you're right. That is like rustic of them.
It's just nothing was that big of a deal. It was all about like, I hope that I don't die while giving birth. I hope that I can marry into the right family. I hope that 15 of my sheep don't die. I hope that my crops don't die. I hope that my children aren't, I don't know, hanged in front of me for doing something stupid. I hope my king doesn't get usurped with a really shitty one. I'm trying to think of a word to describe it because it's just like big, hearty pieces. But I do feel like rustic is the best way to describe it.
What the f is parsley roots? How do we figure this
We're doing
out?
celery instead. I don't know what it's saying. I think we should.
It's just one celery.
I think we just put, yeah. I don't think they're an English speaker.
I think they're very much English.
No, I'm not even joking. I get kind of like almost AI recipe from this.
You love AI.
Oh my God, wait, I gotta start doing some more.
Sear hates the environment, loves ChatGPT.
Me using GPT is a tiny fraction of the problem, of a significantly larger problem. Yeah, we're not using those tips. Oh, we're using the tips, I guess. It's insane. That celery is non-nutritional when it tastes so damn good.
You can put peanut butter on it.
I really get a lot of flavor out of it. It burns calories.
How about you get the 6 cloves of garlic and I will get onion. Chat, this is my very precise, amazing onion cutting technique. Oh my God, my eyes. How much yellow onion does it need? Oh God.
Oh.
It's starting to burn.
So guys, allow me to read the introduction of this, please. The real meat pie should consist of meat only, right? Ha. But we already created such a recipe. However, blah, blah, blah. Ancient bakers in Athens, but also in the rest of the Mediterranean cultural basin, did not eat or care for the crust. It served only as a baking dish for the meat filling. This way, they were working on the best ways to slow cook meat in its juices without worrying about washing the dishes. The crust was a dish that they would just throw away. Now, how ingenious was that? Why do we use flour or cereals if we are a keto-oriented website?
Wait, this is a keto fucking meat pie?
Yes, however, you will not be eating the crust. You'll use it as a dish, that's all. Furthermore, all ancient organic cereals are not as toxic as modern ones. And even if you don't want to eat them, isn't it fun to create this ancient pie? You would literally experience the meat pie ancient Greeks and Romans ate, so this is actually ancient. I must warn you.
Wait,
this will be the tastiest stew-like creation. There's something in the slow cooking method. After all, culinary art is all about the creation of ancient recipes.
I am a bit worried that they expect the crust not to be eaten because I feel like now they're just gonna.
You're gonna want to eat it?
No, it's gonna taste like dog shit because they weren't paying attention to how the crust gets made. Yeah, make it. Who gives a f?
Well, they also used old bread as plates. Did you know that back in the
That makes sense.
medieval times? They would use flat, basically, even in some cases, moldy, stale bread as plates. Notes. This is everything that's important.
Yes.
Spices and herbs, we recommended fresh bay leaves, which I got. Rosemary, I didn't get that. Juniper berries, red peppercorn.
Rosemary? You didn't get
cinnamon
rosemary?
Stick. I f***ed up. It needs my favorite too, cloves, oregano, fresh parsley. So you can use a mix of different meats, blah, 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 blah. Lamb is amazing in this. For an authentic experience, share the meal with your loved ones. Everyone should use a wooden spoon and eat directly from the crust. You can also scoop some of the fillings and transfer them to clay bowls. God, clay bowls?
God,
That is f***ing incredible.
This dude goes crazy.
I would like to actually chop this meat up, and we don't actually need 1.5 pounds. We need, the recipe calls for, I believe, 600 grams. I'm gonna eyeball it. I'm not gonna weigh it. That would piss me the f off, honestly. Yes? The hell?
I need help.
Did Frankie dig out the tree?
No. Can you get the hot dog statue?
It's not a person. It's a hot dog. Hot dog, it's time for you to do your job. Hold the tree with your glory. Wow.
Woo!
Talk about a weirdly convenient solution.
That was literally about to take down my fence.
From this angle, it looks fucking hilarious. Oh, yeah.
I can't believe that worked out so well. I literally had like a moment of panic.
That was such a weird side quest.
Sear now has tree STD.
S3D.
S3D. We're gonna get them really nice and tender though after 40 minutes to where they should just be able to mush in your mouth.
I say let's just throw all this shit in there. Let's get it cooking.
Let me get my Miller Lite.
Miller Lite.
I love Miller Lite. It is the most refreshing beer out there. Sir, did you wash your hands?
Yes.
No, he didn't wash his hands.
I'm sorry. You
Did
think
the
that
ancients
you
wash?
think back when they died at age
Yup,
20?
I knew you were gonna fucking say that.
You think back when they died at age 20, they washed their hands every time they touched a piece
Do you
of wood?
realize that you were in the ancient times, your rustic ass would have already had like 7 kids?
I'll be spreading this motherfucking seed. You know, pretty much only in recent modern history were children treated like children. They're
Yeah.
pretty much treated like adults. And not only that, but parents shared the responsibility of parenting. All adults parented all children.
Uh-huh.
And all children were treated like adults pretty much. The luxury of having nothing to do and being bored is a very recent modern.
Okay, I'm gonna put the meat in there. Can you finish dicing this garlic?
Yep.
Whoa!
I'm gonna dice it the real way, known as mumbo jumbo.
That was nice.
Well, we both love garlic, right? So why don't we just kind of like make the garlic a little bit more rustic?
Yummy, Frankie. Is everything prepared and ready to go?
Everything is ready.
Can you measure the water that needs to go in?
Okay.
Browning the meat.
So we're just literally gonna throw bay leaves in there. All right, so we pretty much throw all of it in there. Juniper berries.
Yep.
I like how it doesn't really tell you the amount of juniper berries. It's like throw some in there,
It
and I
doesn't
like
even
that.
tell you the heat, so I'm just having it on medium.
Yeah. I love this shit. This is cooking.
I want it a little bit more brown. I'm gonna let it sit there for a minute.
I like that we're just throwing shit in there. Like a whole celery stick is going in there, along with whole bay leaves, whole juniper berries. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Old school style. Henry, where you at? Time for a little bit of alchemy.
That's what I grind my weed with during COVID.
That's so sick. We should do that one night. Like, we don't even know how many juniper berries.
That's a lot of, I think it did say how much juniper berries.
Yeah.
It definitely did say, Sear.
Is this wrong? I've never used juniper.
Sear, maybe you shouldn't.
You're right. I did. These are. I can already smell it.
Wait, it literally doesn't even have juniper on the fucking recipe.
Okay, if they're just aromatic, maybe should I not crush them?
I've never seen them crushed before.
Oh, f it. Juniper berries, cinnamon sticks, sea salt. All right,
Should I just put it in there?
let's just we just put all this in here.
Oh God, this stupid ass cutting board.
How exciting! Do we agree on this juniper?
Yes, we need the other seasonings.
So, Chet, what you're seeing here is so fucking unbelievably rustic.
It's really rustic.
Oh my God!
Put that water in there, Sear.
All right, I'm putting the water in. There we go. What is that?
Garlic powder. I'm just putting it in there.
Garlic powder is not part of that. We already added a lot of garlic in there.
It literally. Then why did you ask me if I had garlic powder?
It goes in the crust.
Okay, more garlic.
That's gonna be very, very garlicky.
He literally loves garlic.
It's just we put in 6
So
cloves and you
why
sprinkled
are
a
you
lot.
complaining?
Am I
You
complaining?
love garlic.
I'm just
Yes.
saying what you did. Not in a bad way.
You spit on me earlier.
And it's pretty much gonna be all easy going from here.
We still need to make that ass, nasty ass, keto ass crust.
We can make it good. We can make it with love. We really can.
We can make it with love.
Yeah. Tell me that that's not rustic as the way that looks.
We don't need ground cloves. What about the salt? Where does that go in?
Oh, sea salt, yeah. I know you like it salty, so let's say go ahead and add a decent amount.
What about this?
Just a little bit. There you go.
Yummy.
This is pretty sick.
Right now, this
one.
100% looks like white people cooking, but that's okay.
Well, yeah.
Because it was white people cooking.
Yeah, this is old school British white people cooking. Oh, fresh peppercorn as well.
Oh, I did that already. Sear, I already added pepper. Now you're adding more.
I love pepper. I love pepper.
But even if you love pepper, you've added so much. Set a timer for 40 minutes.
Now comes the fun part. Let's read what's on the ancient flour. Never used this flour. About emmer flour. Our nutrient-dense emmer flour is milled fresh to order.
I have a question.
What?
How do you know that garlic powder is supposed to be in here when they didn't give us a recipe to make it?
There is a recipe on the front to make this. 6 egg whites, 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and use as much water as you need. Like, isn't that awesome? So we just feel the dough out.
I like how it says the pie filling in a parentheses what you'll actually eat.
Look, crust, pie dish that you will not eat. But we can make it tasty. You wanna make it tasty?
We're gonna make it tasty.
We're gonna make it tasty.
Come on, get the carrot.
It says, I mean,
Come on.
yeah. Do we do this on a flat surface or do you think we should do it in a bowl?
No, you wanted to it the ancient Roman way.
I kind of want to use the mixer.
No, you want to do it with your hands.
Look how ancient this is.
There's no way we need all that.
1 kilogram.
That is insane.
That is a little wild, isn't it? Okay, let's just make it all, and if we have extra,
We could make something for the Ren Fair this weekend.
oh my God, we can make little rolls.
Little f***ing rolls.
Yeah. Thank you so much for doing the egg white part.
You're welcome.
You know they do have separators, but you're not about that shit, huh?
I don't own one. You got this year. You've made pizza dough many of times.
Yeah, the people are saying this is a lot of flour.
That's what the f***ing recipe calls for.
That's what it says, guys. I mean, to be fair, it needs to be in a pie crust to hold all of that. And there's a lot of volume in there.
Maybe we can't even use the pie dish. But it does kind of curl up around the stew in the picture.
1.5 cup. Start with that.
Uh-huh.
This is gonna require a lot of...
Egg whites for you,
Okay.
Saya.
Let's add a tablespoon of salt, aka a lot, because we want this to taste good. Rustic as f, in my opinion. 1 teaspoon
there
of garlic
should have
powder. Some good garlic powder. We want this to taste good. I might need you to assist me with adding water. Things start getting a little wild in here.
Yes, sire.
Whoa, okay, I didn't. Oh, that works actually.
Oh, sire, you're spilling.
I think it's gonna be a little wild in here. Oh, this is wild. Is 6 eggs even enough for that much flour?
You look like a kid that's having sand time.
Got a little wet there at the end, but.
Smack that shit. Yeah.
Yo!
A real man has a way with his hands. Oh, okay. God, you're like my cat in the fucking litter box. Chill.
I think we're good now. I think we need to make a bowl. Line of baking sheet of perfect. Create a ball using 3/4 of your dough. Preheat the oven to 350. Pre-bake the dish and lid for about 20 minutes to harden.
Pre-bake it for 20 minutes?
Yes. So you do that with pizza crust sometime too. So I basically with tallow have to clay this into a bowl. There's no way we're getting a bowl out of this.
You need more flour. Here it's sticking.
There's just no way we're getting a bowl out of this.
Tallow time. The stress.
Just put it on there. Just put it on there.
Now rub your hands together.
Oh God. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Ew, it's making weird noises.
Why does it want us not doing this in a pie crust?
Do you want to do it in a pie crust? We can take an executive decision and do it in the pie crust.
I can't move this now. This is here no matter what now.
Why did they fucking ask for a pie dish?
Why did it ask for a pie dish, guys? Ooh, can I have a little bit more tallow? I was not expecting it to take shape like this.
Oh my God, that pottery class that we took that one time is coming in handy, huh?
This is actually fucking great. Holy shit. Gotta make sure we have a little bit of sturdiness around the outside. Okay, I think this is as good as it's gonna get.
That's massive, but I think we'll be good.
Did the preheat go off yet?
Yes.
So, I don't know about you. I say we send these fuckers in there because this lid is about as big as it's gonna get. This is artisan.
Artisan.
This is artisan. This is how it's supposed to be done. Pre-bake for the dish and the lid for about 20 minutes. I can't wait to see what it's gonna be like. Guaranteed, it probably gets really hard because it says to harden.
I know what gets really hard.
What does?
My degree, whenever I was like halfway through, was really rough. We have 2 minutes left on this. What do we do with all this juice?
Well, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna scoop it out of the juice.
Yeah,
and
we can
And we're
scoop
gonna
it
put
out.
it into the bread bowl. I'm
I'm
gonna be honest. I think this is gonna be a very, very rustic. Like I don't think that this is going to be like the world's best thing. When the meat is cooked, remove it from the heat and let it cool down a bit. Whisk 6 yolks. Mix them with the meat mixture. At this point, you can add some powdered smoked paprika to get a nice red color and flavor.
I'm whooping.
Now, okay, so my question is though, however, are we supposed to keep the liquid?
No, it says ladle it out.
Stir that bad boy in, I'll add some paprika. Ooh!
Oh,
So when
yeah.
it bakes, it's probably gonna thicken and stuff in there too. Mm-hmm. And we scoop
It
just,
gave it a nice color.
yeah.
Gave it like a nice pot pie.
We like that, didn't we?
Oop. Thank God I have a Ruggable in this kitchen. If only I had a Ruggable sponsorship.
Oh my God, wait, it's smelling like almost like a curry almost. We kind of got like a rustic medieval curry going on. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna take this. We're gonna go over here. So now comes the fun part. It's all pre-baked now. Now I think it's important to remember this is a meat pie. It's not a soup bowl. So we want to ladle this part, right?
Yes. Can I start putting it in there?
Yeah.
Oh. That's a whole lot of celery. Holy shit. The bowl to filling ratio may be a little off, but that's okay.
Actually the filling's looking good.
Yeah, it looks great. Some meat over there, some meat right there. It looks like a pie, low key.
It's a pie.
Oh, wait, I mean like a pizza pie.
Honestly, you know what I kind of think would be better? If I had done sort of like a ground beef sort of kefta thing. And
Here, we live and we learn. These streams are meant for us to learn, and we learn.
does it want the juice in there?
I think a little bit of juice is great. It will make it all nice and cozy on the bottom.
But maybe
It said to use a ladle, a motherfucking ladle. You know you can pick up the pot and like dump it in there.
that'd be too much.
The spoon has holes. Ha ha ha. So do you, motherfucker. What now?
It's a good one. This actually looks poppin'. I wish you would have just let me use the ladle.
I'm sorry, Seer, that you're not cleaning on this stream, and I just wanted one
I
less utensil.
actually volunteered to clean. Where you were like, go play outside.
That looks good.
Place the lid on top and transfer the pie to the oven. Bake for 40 minutes. Let's see if my lid worked. You ready?
Yeah.
Holy shit! I made them both from scratch.
Sears Cooking Kitchen.
So this is just
Sears Rustic Cooking Kitchen. What is he gonna make? He really wants to use a ladle, but I won't let him. Sears Cooking Kitchen. You should just use.
Ha.
Stop! Sear!
Okay, you ready? Middle rack, you think?
I don't know.
Middle rack.
Sears Cooking Kitchen.
40 minutes at 300. Now I have 40 minutes to.
40 minutes.
But you know it's gonna thicken so good in there. There's a lot we can do. Come on, you're acting
Okay.
like we can't hang out for 40 minutes.
Okay, tell me what you want to do.
All right, let's see what silicone looks like. Holy shit.
Juno, I know you'll let me do this. Sit. Good girl, Juno. Can I see what your nose looks like? Oh, that's freaky as f. Oh, I don't like that.
Ew!
Juno, that's really gross.
You can see
That's really gross.
You can literally see the
Juno.
membranes and stuff.
Ew.
This one's really fun.
Whoa. La da dee da 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 la da dee da da da.
All right, see you over there.
Whoa. That sure is something. This looks like something dubious you'd make in Zelda, I'm not gonna lie.
This is not a soup bowl. This is a pie. This is a meat pie. All right, I don't understand how
It's
this.
so liquidy.
Here we go. There it
Oh
is.
my god. I think this may be the worst.
Definitely doesn't look this. I could definitely see them eating this back then. That's for damn sure.
There's no way. This is a disgrace to the animal that died for this meal.
I don't know how I would serve this. I don't know how I would serve this as a pie.
Wait, I know what to do.
I don't even know if we did this properly.
This also does look like some keto bullshit. Oh god. The meat is so overcooked, it's like painful.
All right, now I could see people eating this in the medieval times. If this was a survival scenario, I could see this being a thing.
It's gray. It tastes like overcooked meat, not a lot of flavoring, a lot of celery. I think we need to start cooking things that we are actually from our time period and from this country. Because that's where our cooking skills lie.
I could see people, if you had a family and this was survival food, I could see this working. I could see this being beneficial. Awesome, you got carrots, you got nutrients, you got meat.
This is generally one of the worst breads I've ever tasted in my life.
Nothing about this is good. I guess this is how they be living.
There's literally nothing good about this.
Rate it 3 out of 10, 2 out of 10.
1 out of 10. This
Yeah.
is survival scenario food. I think we've done worse.
I agree. I mean, it's a good survival food, and that's,
I would eat this in the Renaissance period.
yeah. If I was a survival scenario, it's the only time I would eat this.
Thank you, Seer. You picked out a great recipe.
Thank you, guys. Sometimes it be like that. Thank you very, very much.
You can catch Seer on twitch.tv/CYR.